Alison Hammond had social media awash with This Morning viewers' complaints on Friday for a rather bizarre reason. The ITV presenter, 50, had welcomed actress and businesswoman Priscilla Presley to the show alongside co-host Dermot O'Leary as the 80-year-old promoted her new book, Life After Elvis. Ms Presley had been married to the King of Rock and Roll from 1967 to 1973, and reflected on life with and without the iconic singer in her memoir. The conversation centered around those themes, but viewers were distracted and baffled by Ms Hammond, who kept calling the star, Alvis Presley. Now, our next guest has lived her life in the public eye ever since she first met and fell in love with Alvis Presley in 1959 when she was just 14 years old, the presenter narrated as she introduced the guest. When pronouncing the name of her book, the presenter called it Life After Alvis Presley. "Priscilla, it's such a beautiful title," Mr. O'Leary said of the book. "Just a serenity about the title of this book." Ms Hammond chimed, "What's so interesting, literally the world did revolve around Alvis both in the home and outside the home. Even when you were divorced, you were loving, to the point the judge was like, 'Do you definitely want a divorce?' Well, he said he thought he was handling a divorce, but we were there holding hands," Ms Presley laughed, explaining how he had questioned the couple's decision to end their marriage. "Even when you had other partners, he would still phone at 3 o'clock in the morning, he'd come to your house," Ms Hammond pointed out. "He'd stop by, and you were there for him, and he was always that listening ear, so I think he genuinely just adored you. And I think he never thought that you would ever leave him." "That's true, never, it was a shock to him," Ms Presley admitted, prompting Mr O'Leary to wonder, "Why did you?" "Because I couldn't take the lifestyle," she replied candidly. "It wasn't mine, it was his, it was all his. I barely had any friends, normally, it was the wives of the guys he hired." Despite the intriguing questions, fans of the show were too distracted by Ms Hammond's continuous mispronunciation to focus much on what was being said by the actress. "It's Elvis, not Alvis. #ThisMorning, one person shared on X while a second noted, at This Morning Hammond is merging Elvis and Alvin the Chipmunk to get Alvis." "Alison, what was it like being married to Alvis Presley?" #ThisMorning, someone else quipped. Another shared, at This Morning just waiting for Priscilla to ask who the hell is this person Alvis you keep mentioning.